Hello, it's Donna from Donna's Creative Space. I am, for those of you that don't know me, I am Donna Singleton from Andover, Massachusetts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today for my Facebook Live. Now, if this wasn't hard enough trying to figure out what to show you guys when everything is retiring or selling out so fast, I decided I'm going to go with stuff that you might already have in the house. And I think it's all set up so that you can see my table. I think it doesn't look too crooked, but it's full of stuff. So I am going to, let's see, do I even have a host code? I do have a host code. Let me write it down for you. It is, it's the same one I used for my BOGO, but the BOGO is over 2K3. So this is the host code in case you want to shop between now and, well, I guess within the next week. Now, I have to say that the Stampin' Up! Has told us that they can't guarantee Christmas delivery any longer. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. They said that would be the last day for orders to be considered that you'd get it in time for Christmas, unfortunately. But hopefully, maybe you're just shopping from the, just for, retired stuff. They had updated the clearance rack. I keep moving that and it's not in the right spot. Today, I am going to, let me see if I can do this. I didn't go ahead and make my little emblem. I'm going to put this, let me just do this. Donna Singleton dot stampinup.net. Whoops. Net. So that's where you want to shop. All right. If you want to shop with me, I'd love you to. Okay, so I am going to show you today. So if you're watching live, say hello, or even if you're watching the replay, you can always comment hello. I am going to show you how to make a quick and easy gift card holder, and then I'm going to show you how you can turn any of your cards that a card design into a gift card holder. So I have a few things. You need some tear-in tape, ribbon, embellishment. I'm going to show you this one. This one was made using the gnome paper, and I've got a little gift card. So I'm going to show you this pocket, and it's so easy, and it's quick, and they fit in our, where did I put the envelope? Oh, here it is. This is the envelope. I just stamped the same snowflake on here, but they fit in our envelopes. They're the same size as a regular card. So I think, do I seem kind of close or far away? I can't tell. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to show you how to make this from start to finish. And then I'm going to show you how to take a regular card that you may have, and you might want to turn it into a gift card holder. All right, so you're going to start. You need your trimmer, and we need something to score with. So if you have a Stampin' Up! Trimmer, that's perfect because it has a blade, cutting blade, and it has a scoring. It's not really a blade. It's kind of like a loop of metal, bent metal, I guess, or a disc. Maybe it's a disc in there, but it's just a piece of metal, rounded metal that will score. So I have all the measurements for you, and I've jotted them down. So I'll put them right here so you can check them out. So we are going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11. And I am going to cut 2. I'm going to cut 1 out of this specific point because I'm going to make one with this beautiful snowflake paper. And this was this is in the Gnomes Designer Series paper. And then I have another piece that I'm going to cut while I'm at it. I'm going to cut this piece of real red 4 1/4. I figure I won't do every step for all of them, but for the cardstock maybe, or maybe the designer paper. But Once you have your cardstock cut, you are going to score it on the long side at 2 inches and 5.5 inches. All right, so we don't even have to open our extension leg. I'm going to move this for a second. If you're watching live, say hello. I like to know people are watching. I see people are watching, but sometimes they don't like to say hello. But we're going to score at 2 and then 5.5. All right, so I'm going to do it on both my pieces of paper, just so I'm ahead of the game and I can show you. 2 and 5.5. So if you were to fold this in half, you'll see it makes our regular size card, right? Same thing, regular size card. Okay, so we have our cardstock done. Now we need a piece of designer paper. And most of the measurements are 4 inches wide. So I'm going to cut a piece of designer paper 4 inches wide. This really pretty snowflake pattern. And when it comes to a directional, you'll want to cut it sideways. This really isn't directional, but it could go anyway. But to me, it looks like most of the leaves are going up that way. So I'm going to turn it sideways and cut that at 4 inches. All right, and then we are going to, did I cut this 4? Yes, okay. Then we're going to cut 4 pieces from this. All right, let me see if I can move this up. And I'll put these measurements, maybe I can put them over here. Can you guys, let's see if that's good over there. Not really, let me move it over. We're running out of real estate here. All right, so the designer series paper, I think you can see that. So we are going to cut it, and this is vertical. So if your design, this doesn't have to happen to have a design, but we're going to cut 3 1/4. Then we're going to cut a piece 1 3/4. And then I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 3 3/4. I think I'm off the image here. Let me see if I can slide this up a little so you can see the bottom. Now, when I cut a small amount, instead of using the bottom like this, because I like to hold my paper, I like to use the right side of this gully, this cutting gully. So now I can cut it. Well, I want to use this side though. I like having more blue in it. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces 3/4 inch by 4. I'm sorry, did I say 3 or did I say 2? 2 pieces 3/4 by 4. All right, I'll go over the numbers again so you have them. All right, so we want a piece. This is extra. We want a piece. We first cut it 4 inches wide, and then we're cutting 1 3 1/4 inch, and then we have one that is 1 3/4 inch, and then we have 2 pieces that are 3/4 of an inch. In addition to that, you need a piece of white, basic white. Let me see. I realize that this is way out of the. Let me put this off to the side. Maybe that's good. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Hi, Ellie. How are you? Yes, for cutting small pieces, it's good to use the right side. All right, so those are our 4 pieces of designer paper. Then we have an inside piece of our white cardstock. Oh, I'm going to cut. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this holly paper. So this is 4 inches. So I'll go through and cut these so we have them all ready and I don't have to stop. But one of the things is we will be coloring this, but that's okay. I can still cut it. So that was again, I'm out of the imagery. 3 1/4, right, by 4, because it's always, we already did 4. And then we have 1 3/4. And then I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are 3/4 inches by 4. So I'm going to the right side of my cutter because I can hold it. If I cut it this way, right, I can't really hold it very well. And I want to cut with my right hand. I suppose if you're left-handed, it would be different. And the reason, I could cut from this end of the paper, but the reason I'm going to this end is I want to catch those 2 berries like this. I want to catch them in my, because I want to have some berries, and then I'll cut a couple, this 3/4 will catch those too. All right. So there we have it. Weird, I had to request access. You did? I don't understand that, Nancy. I wonder why. Ellie, did you have to request access? That's very, very strange. But you know what? Facebook is crazy. All right, so we have, I'll reiterate, in case someone's just joining, we have 3 1/4 by 4. Then we have 1 3/4 by 4. And then we have 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 4. All right. And I'm going to put those to the side because we'll make that card in a few minutes. All right. So we're going to take, also need a piece to stamp our sentiment on. Now you can use any sentiment that you want and use any shape that you want. I went ahead and I used I cut a circle. Let me grab it. Where did my circle go? All right, I'm gonna have to cut another one. So I'm gonna cut a circle, 2.5 inch punch. Now, you may have the layering dies. You just logged on. Okay, so you just had to get in. I don't know why you had to request access, Nancy. That's strange. I hope that, did anybody else have to request access? It's strange. But anyway, so all right, so I have a 2.5 inch circle punch. Now you're just going to, whatever shapes you use to decorate the front, this is just what I'm using. I'm using our, gosh, what is this called? This is our decorative circle punch, which I really like. And I don't have all my punches labeled, but I'm so glad I have this one labeled so I can tell you guys what it is. All right, so now we're just going to go back to our piece of paper here. And so we've scored it 5 1/2, which gave it our 1/2 inch. I'm just going to make sure that the corners meet. And then I'm going to take, where's my bone folder? Oh, hang on. I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to crease it. And then where we scored at 2 inches, I'm going to fold that this way. So you guys kind of get what I'm doing, right? All right, so we have, I'm going to fold this backwards again on itself just to kind of crease this nicely so it stays shut a little bit better. We are going to need some tear and tape, but for now we're just going to use our adhesive. You could use liquid glue, but we're just going to apply all our pieces. So this larger piece that is 3 1/4 by 4, I'm just going to put it on the front, just like so. And I'll do this with the other one, but the other one I want to show you a card that I did and show you how, Barbara, you had to log in too? That is making, I'm really, I don't know why, but you know, Facebook is strange. Every so often it changes the rules on things. I don't get it. But in any case, so now I'm just going to decorate these sections, all right? I'm going to put this 1 3/4 by 4 inch piece there for our long piece here. And I'm not doing a lot of stamping today. I'm just doing a sentiment. This is a quick and easy gift card holder. Now I went ahead and I cut 2 pieces, these 3/4 inch. You could do 1/2 inch. You could use scraps if you had it. You can put this down like a 1/8 inch away so that some of it shows, or you can just do what I'm doing, and as I'm putting it right up against the edge, just like this. I want it, the edges to meet. All right, just like that. Okay, and that's our inside piece. Oh, but we do want to stamp on this, and I pulled out my Pacific Point ink. You're making your list and checking it twice, Ellie. Just like Santa. So I'm going to stamp I'll show you what I did is I put these little snowflakes just to add a little bit of decoration. I'm going to stamp right on the inside here. And usually I tell you to stamp first, and I should have done that, but I'm taking the chance, and it worked out good, because if I had messed up, I could have turned it upside down and used the other side. Usually I tell you to do that. So today I took a chance and I put my paper on first. Now I'm going to put this right on the inside. And those snowflakes, they're really cute. I'll show you where I got them from. Because sometimes you just have to think of all the different... Ooh, I have a little bit of leftover on this. Where am I? I don't have my... I just have my ribbon scissors in my little container. I wonder where my regular scissors are. A little piece, just a hair overlapped. So I just trimmed that off. All right, and I'm going to put this down just like this. And I did the snowflakes pretty close to the edge because when this closes, I want you to be able to see them. So on this side here, I just took a small circle punch. And this is a 1.5 inch punch. And a long time ago, I was using this for the same reason, just cutting a little lip out of things, a little half semicircle. So I have a line on there. So I must have done that a long time ago. So I could line up the edge, and I'm just going to center it. I'm not measuring. I'm just going to center it and punch it off. Just gives it a little bit of a finished look. Look at all these punches all over the place. So let me find my tear and tape. You could use liquid glue, or you could use your adhesive runner for this part. I just happen to like using the tear and tape because it's narrower than my... it's narrower than my, oops, brush it down, press it down, and then pull that up. All right, so now I've got the tear and tape on the inside of that piece, and I'm going to close it. A little bit overlapping. And there's my little pocket, so I can fit my gift card holder in it, right? So it's basically done, and all you have to do is stamp a sentiment. So I'm using the... I'm doing the same thing. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Now I told you I was going to tell you what things were from. So the snowflakes are from the Christmas Scotty. So I like to look at all my different stamp sets, and even though I'm using this one for the words, I decided it didn't have any images on it, so I grabbed my snowflakes from the Scotty dog. But this is really cool snowflakes because they kind of have these little ball. Oops, my gift card fell out. So it has these little snowflakes, kind of rounded edge. You know what they look like? Do you remember that game? Well, they don't have points on them, but do you remember the game where what was it called? With the ball and what were those things? They were metal, and we used to bounce the ball. You'd throw them and bounce the ball, and you had to... Jots? I can't remember. One of you guys are going to have to tell me what I'm thinking of. All right, so I am going to stamp my sentiment on my decorative label. And you could do, if you have a smaller label, you could do, you could cut your colored piece out of the decorative label and do a smaller white circle, like a 2-inch white circle. I like these big sentiments from the Framed and Festive, which I thought that was only going to be available through Jack's. Yes, Jack's. That's what they were. I think you threw them down and you bounced the ball and you had to pick up as many as you could. I don't know. I mean, boy, it was like a red ball and they were like little silver. But when I think about it, those Jacks had points on them. Besides those, that's what this snowflakes remind me, because I thought that they had balls on some ends and points on the other. So I'm going to put this Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas up on dimensionals. And I made a 2-ribbon bow just to add a little color to it. I used the, I'll show you one second. Oh, isn't this pretty? Oh, on this one, I use these pinkish, well, they're really like, kind of like, gosh, I don't know what those are. They're maybe Calypso Coral, but they're the fine sparkle gems. On this one, I think I'll use these, well, let me put my ribbon up. I'm going to use the blue ones. I'm going to keep everything blue on this one. So for the ribbon, I have my glittered organdy ribbon that I absolutely love. It's got such a, I don't know if the camera will pick up on the sparkle on this, but let me hold it up. That's so funny, Jax. I don't remember the rules. I just remembered that I wasn't good at it and that you had to bounce this little red ball. I think you bounced it, and tried to grab as many jacks up? I forget. All right, so I'm going to take this organdy ribbon, and this is the, what color is this? This is the new Starry Sky ribbon. It's blue. It's not exactly a matching blue, but we have a lot of different blues in this paper. We have Pool Party and some Pacific Point. So I'm going to take this ribbon and I'm going to just lay it on top, lay the blue on top, and I'm going to carefully try to tie a bow. I love tying bows. However, my fingers don't like when I'm tying bows on camera. For some reason, they kind of like, and I could cut a long piece, but I like to use it off the bolt. But yeah, my fingers like have stage fright. So I'm going to turn this and I'm going to, told you, when I try to explain what I'm doing, I think that's where I mess up, is that if I just do it, right, then I'm okay. So I'm just tying a bow, trying to hold the two pieces of ribbon together until I can at least get their loops together and pull. Oh, that didn't work out too bad. Although I don't have that much on one side. Let me see. That's pretty good. All right, so let me pull that. So I got a bow. That worked out kind of good. You can pull them out if you wanted or leave them in, but anyway, so there's our 2 ribbon bow, and I have my ribbon scissors. I don't know what I do with my other ribbon. My other scissors. All right, so I have our bow. I'm going to glue them on with glue dots. For a minute there, I didn't think I had the glue dots out. You guys all done with your Christmas shopping? Oh, thanks, Ellie. I like making a bow when you can put some different ribbon together. Are you all done with Christmas shopping? I haven't started, but I don't really have many to buy for. So I think I'll be okay. And I usually buy a lot of stuff online, so I guess I got to get going. All right, so I'm just cutting my ends at angles. And I'm going to put on a couple of little, I think that these blue ones would go right. Good, don't you think? I'm looking through my embellishments. I think that these will go nicely. So I'm going to put a big one, come on, pick up, there, and a little one on this side, maybe up here. And then I'm going to put one on this, on the inside, because it really shows. But isn't that cute? So our gift card, did it slide out again? Oh, no, I put it in this one. So a gift card slips right in there. And then you can take where did I put it? Where did I put your envelope and just do a couple of snowflakes to match it. So there's that card, right? So now I'm going to show you how you could take a design. Obviously you can do anything with these things, but I have this card. Where is it? This card here. All right, now I can make it the same type of gift card holder, but I'm going to turn it sideways, and I'm going to do it very similar to what I just had. So I'm going to take, I have what we cut this. Hi, Susan, how are you? Hats and scarves. You made gifts, Barbara? Oh, you make do you crochet or knit them? I used to crochet. I haven't done it in a long time. I'm just matching up my corners here to make sure I can fold this better. I crocheted and my sister knitted. My grandmother used to have a yarn shop in the Bronx in New York, and it was called Margie's Yarns. And I think she purposely taught us different things. She taught me how to crochet and my sister how to knit. And I think she did that supposedly so that we wouldn't fight over supplies. I'm going to take out these things here, and I pulled out my Real Red Stampin' Blend. Oh yes, crochet. Is there any trick for lining the cardstock on the card evenly? I feel like I'm so crooked all the time. You mean when you put the designer paper on the card? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean when what I just did, folded it in half and used my bone folder? I'm not sure what you are talking about, Nancy, but let me know. if either way, I'll tell you both ways. You saw me, I tried to line up these two corners, even though I cut it. I try to line up the corners and then use my, hold the corners down, the edges, and then use my bone folder. As far as lining up the designer paper, I kind of eyeball it, and I think it's just the DSP. Okay, yeah, when I just kind of eyeball an even amount, and I kind of just try to, before you set it down totally, try to eyeball, and I don't use a measurement, but I try to eyeball even space on either side. So for this one, I'm going to pull out some scrap paper, and this paper, so I told you that was the gnome paper. Let me show you what this paper was. I have, it is called, this is the Fitting Florets paper. I don't believe it's available any longer, but you can use whatever paper you have. I'm trying to show you how to make a few things. Yeah, this was a limited time only paper, but it was absolutely gorgeous. And I had done these cards. Let's see, there's 1, 2. I don't know where the other one went to, but oh, here, no, that's not it. But these were, I think in November was my card class to go. There was one, oh, here's the other card. This was my November card class to go, and this paper was absolutely gorgeous. But I'm using this one to show you another way to make a gift card holder from a card design. So this is what the paper looked like, right, with the white berries. So I just took my Stampin' blend, my Rail Red Stampin' blend, and I colored in these berries. And I probably should have done this ahead of time, but I'll talk and I'll try not to bore you too much so you guys can watch. But it's really easy to color these in, because you're just making a big circle, and it's so striking. I think that the red berries on this paper, I suppose you could color them in whatever color you wanted, but I just think the red berry looks so nice. What do you guys think? It's like a total different paper when you color it in. That's what I think anyway. Do you guys think that? I kind of lost the screen. Yeah, I figured out the bone folder, I think. And I know you call it something different, that bone folder, Nancy. So there's one piece. I'll try to do these quickly since I don't want you guys to feel like you're like watching. It's like watching paint dry, right? You're watching somebody else color. But this paper's gorgeous. I happened to get quite a few packages for my card class to go, so I didn't want to run out. And I think, you know what I'll do is I think I will cut the paper, for those of you that might want some. I will cut it into a 1/4-inch pack. Where did I put it? I'll take a pack of paper and I'll cut it into quarters, and I will give I will send it to anybody that places an order between today and the end of the new year. The end of December, I guess, right? So my BOGO's all done. I do have a card class to go going on right now. And geez, I didn't even bring in those cards. Maybe I should show that. Hang on one second. I'm going to go grab it, and I'll show those to you. And that way you can see, because I do have a card class to go going on right now. It's a different host code. This was the host code for my BOGO. So for my card class to go, let me see. It is, let me find another piece of paper. So for my December, I should use the other side. December card class to go host code, in case you want to use this host code. If you use this one, you can get the pack of paper. So you'll get 12 sheets, but 6 by 6. All right. So this is my code, GJ4V4Y. Okay, so this is the December card class to go. Hang on one second, I'll go grab them. Okay, I'm back. So this is my December card class to go. So if you spend $50, use this host code, you will get a kit to make 2 of each of these. I will do the die cutting for everything but the mittens. Anything you have to stamp first. So the mittens and the balloons, you'll have to fussy cut them out, or you'll have to, if you have the, this is, what is this called? This is, let me get the name of it for you. This is the Celebrations tag dies. This is retiring. This was a bundle, but if you buy it separately, I'm not even sure if it's still around. Let me just see, because everything is just disappearing. So let me just type this in. Celebrate. Oh gosh, that didn't work. Celebrate. Let's see. Huh. Oh, I know why it's not working. Oh, hang on a sec. I was on my demonstrator site searching. That's silly. So I should look up that other thing that we were talking about, the fitting. Okay, so the stamp set's still available. Let's look for the dies. I don't see them. The dies might be gone already. Well, that's too bad. So if you, yeah, I don't see the, because I did tell you it said celebrate, right? I just looked that up. Yeah, celebrations. Oh, celebrations. Maybe I have to put the word celebrations. Let's see. No, I think it's gone. So you would have to just fussy cut the balloon and the, which isn't that hard. But this is for $50 order. Use this host code and you get 2 each of these cards. They're not Christmas cards. You have a birthday. This is a winter card. I have to change this. It's supposed to be XOXO, but it's OXOX because I wasn't paying attention when I glued it down. And a with love and a let's celebrate you for your birthday. So they're not Christmas cards because they won't be shipping out until after the 15th. So you have until the 15th to shop with me for this host code. All right. But if you just like maybe a pack of this paper, this host code will get you, since my BOGO's already done, but isn't that pretty? I'll use this also for a free pack, 6x6. Yes, it does really pop. Susan, you like it white? I mean, the white's pretty, right? But I just think that it's so much nicer when you throw that red on there. It's both, it's beautiful paper either way, but all right, so I have it all colored, so now it's just a matter of attaching things. So I have a piece of white. I'll start with the inside. And, oh, look at, I was going to say, oh, I don't remember polka dots on this paper, but that's because it bled through. That's why I use this paper, scrap paper. See how a little bit, because I went over the edge, but sometimes it does bleed through. So protect your surface when you're using your Stampin' blends. And I'm going to put this, let's see, I want to go this way. And I'm going to line up the edge. Just like that. And the other one. Go on the other side. Really, oops, goes this way. So the leaves kind of look like they're going up. All right, and this is going to go on the inside. Oh, do you see that? Do you see that a little bit? I didn't line it up exactly. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat a little here, because you can see a little bit of red. So I'm just going to, since it's going on red paper, I'm just taking the edge of my red Stampin' blend and go like that. And you can kind of see it on here, but once I put it down, you won't see it. It'll look better than that white sticking out. See that? See how they see it? You don't even see it anymore. So that's a little trick of the trade. Okay, so this piece is going to go, let me see if I can. Nancy's got a question about the blending markers. I have in a bin lay sideways, but it was near a window and they seemed cold and started to leak. Oh, I don't know, Nancy. I don't know. Maybe you just need to let them warm up. I do keep mine sideways because I want the ink to keep both ends wet. If I do like this, all the ink is gonna go more towards, I mean, it's not a liquid ink. It's like a tube, maybe like, it's this plastic tube. I've broken one, so I know what it looks like on the inside. I accidentally broke it. And it looks like a tube with felt in it, like a felt pen, right? But I do keep mine, I store them horizontal, but mine aren't near a window, and I don't know if the cold will affect them, but it could. It quite possibly, if you don't think they work well, then that might have damaged them. I don't know. It's never happened to me, but I don't have them near a cold area. All right, so again, this is going to go over here, and I just eyeball it, try to do even all the way around. Then before I seal it, I'm going to take my 1 3/4 inch punch, put a little punch in it, and then I'm going to take I have a lot of good tricks, Ellie. Thanks. I'm trying. Well, I try to tell you guys things as I'm doing them and as I think of them. Sometimes I just forget and I'm babbling. I babble a lot in case you haven't noticed. Oops. A little bit more on this. I love tear and tape. Do you guys use tear and tape? All right. I like it. All right. So press those down. Peel those off. Oops, didn't press that one down very well. Come on. And I'm going to close that. Oops, so this tear and tape, if you have it too long, you just fold over the edge. So there we have our little pocket. Now, doing the same thing as the other card. So now our card is basically made. All right, and I'm just going to center this. Isn't that pretty? So we can see the berries over here and here. So I am going to take my shape here, and I did cut out, where did I put it? I have a red circle. Here it is. This is the 2.5 inch punch, right? And I'm going to use real red ink. As soon as I find where I put the real red ink, I know I pulled, here it is. Oh, that's because I had the card class to go. Ellie, snowflakes? What about snowflakes? Do you think I should put snowflakes on this? I hope this fits. Let me get my scrap paper out. Oh, actually, you know what's a good idea is to use a darker piece of paper when you're trying to see the shape. You put your white shape, you don't want it white on white. This way you can kind of see the shape around it. Because if you put it on white paper, it's hard to see. Yeah, we could put snowflakes, but I'm wondering whether I should trying to think if I have something handy that has, like, because I went and, I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to keep going with this. All right, so I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to do another double bow, but it's going to be out of that gold twine. All right. I don't know. Do we think, I wonder if I could do, let's see something. Well, you know what I have handy? I have this. Maybe I'll put a little bit of this in the corner. So this is the Homemade Wishes. And I'm going to take, let me grab, oh boy, oh, that's heavy. Let me grab a couple of little blocks. Going rogue right now. This wasn't planned, but I need my little holly berries. And we'll use, I don't know if I need 2 leaves? I guess they do go. Maybe I'll do it like this. Maybe I'll put them together on the stamp and we'll see. I'll have to test that out. I think Evening Evergreen would be a good color, or Soft Succulent. So let's do a little bit of testing. And let's see. Here's a scrap piece of. Okay, Ellie, this is all for you. So I could do these, right? Or that's really pretty, isn't it? I haven't used this yet. And or this. This is the Evening Evergreen. Oh, I kind of like that though, although it didn't come out very dark. Let me see. Why isn't it? I think my evening, is this the Evening Evergreen? Yeah. Maybe my Evening Evergreen has to be. Oh, that's nice and dark. Yeah, I like it dark. All right, so let me try this. I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen, I think. But let's try this. I just think the snowflakes might not be as cute on this one. Oh, I like that. What do you think? Is it too much if I put this in the corner? Do you think maybe 1 leaf? What do you guys think? I'm thinking maybe like that. What do you guys think? I think I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I hate doing this after it's already been assembled. But here we go. I'm going to do just like this at an angle, not too bad. And I'm going to do it like this. I think I like it. All right, so that's done. So now I'm going to put the little berries in the corner. Oh, this is cute. Glad you said something, Ellie. That's really pretty. Yes, yes. That's what Ellie's saying. Yes, yes. Okay. So we have this. Oh, and you know what I did? So I took what also came out in November. This was an advanced copy or advanced pre-release stamp set. That's what it's called. This is in the new catalog. And I took this, this leaf here and I die cut out 2 stems. Now, I don't know if I will use both of them because we have a smaller area, but we shall see. But I decided to die cut ahead of time. I do have to poke out some of the insides. That happens. Sometimes it doesn't always come out. Now, if you wanted to lie this flat, you could use our adhesive sheets so that it'd be all sticky back. But I don't want to lie it. I don't want it to lay flat. I want it to kind of stick up in the air, like the card from my November card class to go. All right, so I poked all those out, and they're all over the place. I used to have to worry about Misty getting all these little pieces all over her, but unfortunately, she's gone. I miss her. It's horrible losing a pet. Horrible. Okay, so I have some of these. These are those swirls, those gold swirls that were available during that month, and they sold out. Okay, so if we have this, right? This is what I mean about, I don't know if I'm going to use 2 of these. Maybe I shouldn't do a double bow. Let's see. Maybe I'll just do 1. Let me get rid of the stamps. And where did I put my gold? So I have my gold trim. This comes in a pack of silver and gold. It's very tough. You lost one in October, Tracy? I'm so sorry. It is very hard. It's very hard. I miss her so much. All right, so I have my bow. I just doubled the trim. It's like, well, they call it trim, but it's like gold twine. Just make sure you keep which end. I did it off the spool like this so that I don't waste too much. It's a little bit bigger than I'd like, so I'm gonna try to bring it down a little. I didn't know you were watching, Tracy. I didn't see you pop in. This is a very beautiful gift card. I think I'm only going to use one of these gold things. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back of this. And then I'm going to put this down just like that, because I think I want it in the corner like that. Because I think, let me put the bow on first. So I could change my mind, but I don't want to, sometimes less is more. Yeah, so I think one of these gold sprigs is enough, don't you? Oops, and I only want it to come out a little bit, just like that. What do you guys think? Do you think one? Pitch it like that. What do you think? So the original card had 2, but I don't have a whole lot of room. You lost Willow last week, 14 years. Was that a cat or a dog, Ellie? Yeah, 1. I think 1 is enough for this size card, because the card front is a lot bigger on this one, so I used 2. So I'm going to put, oops, I'm going to put, oh my goodness, this twine is all over this trim. Hang on. Got to wind it up because it's all over the place. Okay. Dimensionals, Donna. Where did the dimension? You guys see the dimensionals anywhere? Oh, here they are. So I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. Come on. Oh, stubborn little bugger today. Oh, isn't that pretty? I like that. I like it. I think my bow has to be adjusted though once I put this on. So since I put the gold little dog, oh, I'm sorry, Ellie. It's so hard losing a pet. It really is. I'm sorry, Ellie. I'm sorry, Tracy. All right, so I want to put, I'm looking, oh, I actually put it away. I was looking for my take your pick tool, because I want to put on a couple of these. I think I'll put one up here. Do I need one down? Maybe I'll put 2 up there. And I could put one down here. I think that would be pretty. What do you think? I like it. And this is like our gift card will fit right in there. Where's our gift card? I only have 1. Cute, right? So let me clear all this away and show you the 3. I have the 2 we made today. And, oh, we need to do, so this is for this one, right? Where is, oh, here it is. And here's the other one. So you could take, I really love this little holly. So I'm gonna do some, before I let you go, I'm gonna do just a little bit in the corner here, right? And also, I think I will do it maybe this way on the envelope back, on the flap. And geez, Ellie, I'm glad that you mentioned the snowflakes. Isn't that cute? So pretty. It's such a dainty little leaf. Look at it. Let me put it up. Let me put it up close. Isn't that cute? It's a dainty, I don't know if that focused, but it's a dainty little holly leaf. All right, so we have that one, and this was the original that my sample. All right, so that's what I have. So what did I say I was going to do? If you use this host code, you will get a quarter pack of the DSP, which was the fitting florets. Oh boy, I run out of room. Right? And that's for you know, I don't know, $35 order. So I'll have to pack it up and ship it. Now, if you want my card class to go, so this is a $35 order. I'm making this up as I go. This was $50 order. Free. Okay. So that is for these cards. All right. A birthday, actually 2 birthdays, with love, but you can put any sentiment on there. And these, you'll have to cut out your, you'll have to cut out your mittens and your balloon. But that's this. This is free with the $50 order. All right. And then if you want the fitting florets paper, which looks like this is one of the pack pieces. It's really pretty paper. Really pretty paper. I'll cut that up, and that's with the $35 order. And that'll go to, even though I use this, I know who, my BOGO ended, so I know who used, what's today, December 9th, I think, right? Is today the 9th? Yeah, today the 9th through, let's say, the 31st. Let's say 31st. I know that a lot of you won't be shopping, probably. But anyway, so $35 order will get you some of this really pretty designer series paper. And a $50 order using this code will get you my card class to go kit that I use the crate with tags. So if you're on my mailing list, then you will know all of this, and I will put this on there too. Tomorrow's your birthday, Ellie. Happy birthday. That's wonderful. That's great. I'm glad that it's a little bit sooner than Christmas, so it's not too... I have a couple of friends that their birthdays are so close to Christmas. All right, guys. That's it for today. You're welcome, Ellie. That's it for today, and I hope to see you next time. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed this quick and easy fun fold card. Bye-bye.